Hey everybody, welcome to our monthly live stream with the TLB Club, which is a membership community for small business owners. My name is Bobby Omar, and I'm also here with my friend Ganesh. John Aspinall is having some tech issues. Hopefully he joins us shortly. But the topic today is all about AI tools. So we're looking at ChatGPT and some of the advanced things you can use on the topic, and of course other tools like Grok, Claude, Perplexity, anything, Gemini, whatever else you're using. We're going to talk about those two as well. So the first thing I'll say is that if you are listening in, we love people to participate and share knowledge. So put your comments in the chat. Let us know where you're calling in from. Are you watching from North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia? Let us know. And then, of course, you can always ask questions about it. That's really what today's all about. And a few other things to mention too is that if you click that link there, that's called the TLB Club, which is a membership community for some of the best business leaders out there. But basically, if you're a small business owner or you want to build your thought leadership, then you join the club. It's a membership community. You get access to coaching, weekly tech calls, some amazing master classes, some really amazing people who are in the program. And you can even just try it out. And the best way to get started is just come by one of our Zoom calls. We have a weekly Zoom masterclass every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Next week, actually, we have the topic is all about Substack, which is going to be pretty awesome. So we're going to hear all about Substack. Week after that, we have Joel Lalji. If you know him, he's a big TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn video guy. He's going to talk about kick-ass videos on TikTok and Instagram. So that's 2 weeks from now. So you check out the TLB Club and go to where it is. Martin's here. Thanks so much, Martin. We're going to hopefully get more people on the call and see what you guys are up to. We definitely invite you to come by and see what we're all about. So I'm going to start let's start with introductions. Ganesh, why don't you introduce yourself, and then I'll introduce myself as well.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby. Thank you for the opportunity. This is Ganesh Ariyur. I'm based in Atlanta. I'm currently a global IT executive working in a healthcare tech company. I'm part of Bobby's the TLP club since last year. Love the community, love the vibe and all the support. So excited to be here with everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Ganesh. And of course, for those who don't know me, Bobby, I'm a 5-time TEDx speaker. I've done 1,000 keynotes workshops across 4 continents the last 20 years. I also help people land a TEDx talk guaranteed to help, and then I use it to help them elevate and 10x their brand, their business. That's kind of what I do. And of course, I also run the TLB Club community, which is my way to support business leaders, business owners, professionals, C-suite executives to try to level up their game when it comes to thought leadership, content strategy, marketing, sales, business mindset, whatever they need. But that's kind of what I do. Doris is here, Lynn's here. Great. So the topic today, as I mentioned, is all about ChatGPT power moves and all of the AI tools you're sleeping on. And what's fascinating is that there's so much out there that a lot of people don't know about when it comes to ChatGPT. But let's start with the basic thing, which is, why is ChatGPT and AI tools so important for business? Well, my general take is that, for me, I use AI tools and ChatGPT and other tools for 3 things. One is to save time and all the business processes and things I'm doing. If I'm writing a proposal, I can use it to save time. Number 2, I use it to enhance the programs and offerings that I have. So when I have my TEDx program or my TLB club, what else can I add value to what they're trying to do? And the third thing I do is that for me, it's about amplifying, my reach and what I'm trying to do. So I find that AI is really, really good for that. So for those who don't use AI or don't use ChatGPT or other types of AI tools, you're missing an opportunity to really elevate your business and growth. So that's my take. Ganesh, why don't you talk a bit about why you use AI and why is it so important to you?
Yeah, thank you. Again, AI, especially ChatGPT, right, has been one of the industry leader. I use it for more for productivity to make my day-to-day job life easier. AI is to make our life easier end of the day, right? So not to substitute our work, but to enhance, bring that productivity. So you can ask for ideas, you can ask for some framing of some thoughts together, some polish it. So I find it very, very useful. Want it to organize better like it's my like a buddy sitting next to me, right? I can have a chat. What do you think about this idea? Give me 3 proposals. you counter argue with my proposals. You can really talk to like a buddy. And for that, you need to really train the ChatGPT to have better understanding of you. So I'm going to show you a few things, Bobby, today. The more you are able to ask better questions, better prompting, and better. So once ChatGPT has a better understanding of who you are, what is your persona, what kind of work you do, what kind of business you have, you are able to get a much better output.
Yeah, and I love the idea that you said that, AI is a tool for us to enhance what we
Right.
currently do. It's a way for us to build on our productivity. So I
Yeah.
think all those reasons are really good reasons to get involved with leveraging AI for your business. So,
Right.
uh, so uh, you know, um, I was hoping that we can get John here, but he's not able to come. That's fine. Let's get into what you want to share. So I brought Ganesh because he is one of my ChatGPT gurus, because he always has like some really good stuff. Now, we're not even covering the basics. Like, the basics we can certainly,
Yeah.
you can come to any one of our calls every week that we do in TLB Club, the
Yeah.
public ones and the weekly Zoom call, and you want basic ChatGPT stuff, we'll give that to you. We're talking about advanced stuff. Okay, that's what
Yeah.
really this thing is all about. So
Yeah.
I've asked Ganesh to prepare like, three different things. He's going to share his screen with us. So and I told him to give me just the top three, one at a time. So Ganesh, I'm gonna hand over to you. To Why don't you share one of your favorite things that you think everyone
Right.
should learn how to do that's advanced?
Yeah. First of all, when Bobby asked me, Ganesh, can you do a session for us for the? So I said, okay, but here is a catch. He said, Ganesh, you focus on top three things. So that is
Yeah,
because ChatGPT is so vast, especially when you talk about advanced. I can talk for 20 different topics
yeah,
within.
I know.
So, but we are going to the conscious of time. So I'm going to focus on the top three. Maybe I'll
One
go.
at a time, one at a time, too, right? Otherwise, no, because I mean, this live stream could have been called the 27 ways to use ChatGPT.
Right,
That's a lot, right? So
right,
let's keep us. And listen, if there's time at the end and we want you to do 4 and 5, we
right,
can do that. But let's start with the one, and we'll
right.
go from there. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everybody else, put your questions in, put your comments in, and let's see what you learn from what
Yeah.
he's got to say. Go ahead, go for it.
Yeah. So first and foremost, let me share my screen and we can take it from there.
Okay.
Can you check my screen, Bobby?
Yeah, I'm gonna take care. I'm gonna add everything. Here we go. Okay, you're there now.
Okay. And first and foremost, right, I would highly recommend. So many of you might be using a free version. I would highly recommend to get the plus version at least, because you get many features enabled if you are using a plus version. So it's a $20 a month, and it's worth the investment. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. Try for a month or two, and I'm very confident you will love it. So I'm going to share with you a couple of very important settings. So first is the personalization. So some of you might have seen this. You have to really train what kind of tone you need to put. Custom instructions are so keen. You have to, in fact, use ChatGPT to come up with the custom instructions, and you can feed. I am a technology executive, or I'm a business owner, or I am a recruiter. I'm in this business. Hell, you can even ask ChatGPT to create custom instructions more as an interactive. Let me show you an example how I do that. You can even say here, uh, I want to update my custom instructions under memory. Ask me 10 questions to better understand me and wait for me to answer and go to the next question. once you have a clear idea of my goals and writing style, come back with a come back with custom instructions. Basically, what I'm doing here, I'm asking ChatGPT to ask me questions to better know about me.
Right.
So that's the whole idea, right? So I'm just showing an example. Each one of you can do that. Then I can use either a voice mode here. I can actually dictate. If I don't want to type, I can even dictate.
Oh,
And
I've never even tried the dictate. You can just basically talk versus type.
exactly, you can talk.
Wow.
Hello, hello. My goal for ChatGPT is I want to be seen as a thought leader in the technology space. I drive transformation at scale, and I have experience in working for Fortune 500 and private equity owned. I'm passionate about driving measurable business outcomes through technology. And watch that.
Very cool. I love that.
It's just transcribing, right?
Oh, nice.
And if I go to next, now I can. It will go to the next question now. So similarly, you can record your. It's like interviewing. ChatGPT is interviewing me. So once I'm able to answer the questions, it is going to give me a list of custom instructions, which you can go and copy it and under settings. I showed you, right? Go here, go to the personalization, and go, and you can literally take the output from here and go and paste it here. Similarly, you can say, help me write about who is Ganesh are you? And I can use the settings. The whole thing, how I built using a kind of interview method with the chat GPT.
Yeah, and I think that the point you're trying to make here is that one of the most important aspects of ChatGPT in particular, and any AI tool actually, is to do it as much as you can to get it to know you and to
Exactly.
know you, your story, your brand, everything about you. So I think the more you do that, the better the outcomes are going to be coming from the program because it knows you really well, it aligns with you. I mean, it's kind of like when you hire a copywriter, for
Right.
your
Right.
website. You want them to know your brand and your elements, and you want them
Yeah.
to be aligned with who you are. So I think, and there's different ways to do that. Like, so getting ChatGPT to ask you questions about yourself, inputting stuff in the settings exactly about who you are. We see this with all AI tools where people input information about themselves so that the outputs are much better. So like I use some tools like Postwise and Opus Clip, and because I've trained it for a long time, it generates the content the way I would do it, right? So I think that's
Yeah.
it's a pretty cool thing. So
Right. Yeah. That is the first one tip, Bobby. I know you told me three things. This first one, I would say, make sure you customize your memories. You customize personalization. It's very important. The more you are able to personalize it, you get a better output. So in this case, I said I want a clear, actionable, strategic response, straightforward, best
right.
practice. So this is for my tone. I'm sure each one of you can customize for your tone, and you can use this interview method. You get a better output.
Right. No, that's fine. And again, this idea of getting more information about yourself applies to all AI tools, doesn't it?
Exactly. So
Okay.
I would say this is a step one. In order to get the best output from any AI tool, whether it's Claude, Grok, Gemini. I use ChatGPT, but definitely there are very good tools out there. Always train the system, right? Train the memory so that
Yeah.
it has a better understanding of you.
By the way, speaking of which, there was a question. I'm going to turn off the screen share for now for a second.
Yeah,
There was a question about ChatGPT versus Claude AI. So what's interesting about that? I mean, my take is that the different AI tools they're great. They have a lot of great things you can use. The only thing is, like, it's good to invest your time and energy into one main one that you're going to use all the
Exactly.
time. So for whatever reason, now my understanding with Claude is that Claude is also quite good. It's really,
Yeah.
I was told actually by John, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to come today, but he did an analysis. He actually did a master class in our TLB club where he basically analyzed Gemini, Claude, Grok, ChatGPT, and Perplexity, and kind of analyzed them. One of the things he told us was Claude was really good for research, even though typically,
Yeah.
Perplexity is known for research, but Claude actually analyzed a lot more links than the other ones did, and he showed us live how that worked, which is kind of cool. So if you join the TLB club or try out what we're doing, you can actually get access to that file and that replay. We can show it to you and kind of how all that works. But you know what, Ganesh, what will be your answer to this question?
Yeah, I will tell my viewpoint, Bobby. There are definitely, this is, I would say, the top three tools, right? Chat GPT is overall. Claude is very good for coding. Coding for especially if you are programming, coding is very good, and it's very good for writing. Claude is very good for like a conversational tone. Two things Claude really shines is for writing as well as for programming. Perplexity is for research. They are probably one of the best when it comes to research. They also include a lot of citations. Perplexity. So when they are quoting something, they always comes like a resource backup, and they give the source link where those information is derived from. So Perplexity is for research. Claude is for writing and programming. ChatGPT, very good for overall, and you get a one-stop shop, right, for research. Now ChatGPT comes with deep research. I don't know, some of you might know. These are the things you can actually enable deep research. If you are a member, you can even say you can use the thinking mode. So it takes much longer time to think. You can also enable the deep research. So it does a pretty good job. But again, if I'm a plus member, I get a limit on a per month usage. So, but you do get a deep research capability here.
Okay, great. And I'm just chatting with various people. We have people like Lynn and Melanie, Pam, who are watching this. And again, if you're watching this and you want to ask questions, put in all the questions that you have, and certainly share your comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. It's always good to have this conversation. All right, so that's one. Now, I mean, no pressure, but I guess we'll keep going with you, Ganesh. What
Yes,
is your second
second one. Yes,
second favorite thing?
yes, definitely. And in ChatGPT, now it has an option of projects. I don't know how many of you are using something called project folder here.
Yeah.
So also so many of you might have seen the GPT store. You want me to quickly touch up on that, Bobby? The
Yeah, let's do it.
difference between,
Let's get into it. All right, so let's do this.
yeah. So the can you see my screen right just before?
Yeah, no, I'm sharing right now, so it's all good. You can see it.
Okay. So the GPT store is basically, these are the available for open for everyone, for public. You can type, you can access any GPT you want, right? It could be a need. If you want to know about LinkedIn profile, and you will get ton of GPTs out there. You see, this one has got 10,000 view. People
Yeah,
have used. So
yeah.
yeah. So this GPT store has a list of all which is available to public, and this is not any paid or anything. You can actually uh, type it here. This is one. You can also, if you are a plus member, you can also create your own GPTs.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to access. You can create your own GPTs. So GPT is basically a set of instructions based on a certain knowledge. Expect to behave in a certain way to need. You can have one GPT for I want to store all my framework or my project methodology. So whenever I'm going to ask any query, it will only work within that, and it'll answer my query. So we can there are many ways you can use custom GPT. So let me show one for the demo purpose. I'll show one demo here.
Well, hold on a second. I thought you were talking about project folder. You're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
customized
yeah,
GPT.
yeah. I'm going to show you the two difference. The difference between how to create a how to have a custom GPT versus
Okay.
project folder.
All right, great.
So
Let's
yeah.
just
So
for the viewers. So we're going to show you how to look at custom GPTs and also how to use project folders for your benefit. This is an advanced tactic, so make sure you
yeah,
take note of what Ganesh said. Now go ahead,
yeah,
Ganesh.
yeah. This is like a cheat sheet. You may want to know when to use a project versus when to use a custom GPT. So let me custom GPTs. This store I showed you. You will use it for repetitive standardized task. So I'll come to a project in a minute, whereas it has its own memory, but based upon the instructions you key in, you get a better output. Whereas project folder, which I will also show you how to use project folder. For me, it is one of my favorite one. Is the more you are able to fine tune a project, you get a much better output. I'll give you some ideas for that. What happens over a period of time? The project folder will form its own memory. So I may have one project folder for LinkedIn, one for my project, one for technology strategy, or one for my personal stuff. When I'm going to chat with it on regularly, the project folder memory will get expanded. It will start knowing who you are and what is it you want. So let me show you an example here. So let's say I have one for LinkedIn post, right? So if I go to the edit instructions, so I'm telling, hey, this project folder, generate multiple LinkedIn posts on a given topic, and don't write more than 200 words, and you can follow some of the best practices. Also, give me 5 versions, including a hybrid version. Include some strong hook, include the emotional depth, authority, all that. So all that I have keyed in this instructions here. So I'm able to get a very good output. I can show you an example here. Okay. So Bobby, you pick a topic. I'll write show a live demo. Bobby, you can tell me
Sorry, I was muted. A topic. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about storytelling.
storytelling for executives,
Sure.
for technology executives. Say,
Yeah, in the boardroom, that type of thing. Yeah. That's good.
yeah, right. So I'm going to watch this now. I'm just this is a live. We are right doing in front of the screen here. Now it's asking a few things. So because I keyed it right, it's a board.
Okay.
Audience is board. Board members. Then number two will be angle is thought leadership. Let's say
Got it.
number third is you want to be professional or conversational.
Conversational.
Okay. Fourth, follow me. Let's say. Now you see, this is a version one,
Wow.
and still is processing. And now Yasmin Alich, many of you know that this post is based upon his style, Justin Welch style,
Right.
Lara Acosta style, Richard Vanderboom style.
Wow.
Then it gives me a ranking. Ganesh, we have ranked your all these 5 versions on based on clarity, emotion, authority, engagement, flexibility, and it gives the hybrid version scores the highest.
Okay. Very good.
So all happening within my project folder. Now it's up to me to go and expand this post or add my spin. Obviously, I can add my spin. Hey, I want to include my experience from this project. Can you customize it? I don't exclude this information. I don't want any confidential, right? Make it more generic. So
Right.
I can interact with this draft, and I can really polish it. I can add my human angle to it, so that it becomes very authentic and include my signposting, my experience.
Very good. Very
And
good.
yeah, this I can convert to a carousel, I can convert it to an article, or I can convert into a normal post. So how did I do that? So I'm going to walk you through how I did that. So what you have to do for that, go to a project folder here called the new project, right?
Hmm.
So this already existed. That's what I'm going to share with you. So here you can go and call edit project, for example. This is a title. You can also add an you can add that all the settings. Then you can
Hmm.
go to instructions. This is very important. The instructions will tell you what do you really want this the goal of this. You can see you focus on certain topics, a certain tone. You can say, like we talked about, conversational tone. What format you want the response to come. This, the more you are able to include the instructions, you get a better output, right? You can
Okay.
also include some project files. You can also include some add files here. You can add files. Like Bobby, in your case, you might have a certain writing style. You can absolutely add those framework here. So the more you are able to train, you get a better output. Any questions so far, Bobby, or others?
No, no, I think it's good. And again, I think part of it is teaching people that there's lots of good opportunities here. So now I do have a question about the project folder. So like, once the files are uploaded in your project folder, this Chat GPT will the Chat GPT always have that information as part of its knowledge base, or do I have to keep referring to it again?
Yeah, because once you create it, the memory will start forming, and it will get better and better with we are interacting with it. So many people use a random chat, but I would recommend have one folder for any business related, any work related, one for miscellaneous, so that any future chat, use the project folder to discuss, because it will start forming its memory. Oh, Ganesh is a technology leader. Did I lose my screen? Okay, okay,
No, it's still there.
okay. So you can really. I think I gave an example here. Um, I think we talked about the custom instructions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can really project folder you can use for here in this case. I can use for my any writing, health, and there are too many types are there, many types.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is that if I have, say, 10 files uploaded into my project folder, and I ask a question where I want it to clearly reference one of the files, do I have to refer it to reference that file,
No, no,
or
no, it will not.
it
It will
should it should it should reference it automatically, or it has that
automatically.
knowledge?
It knows. You don't have to refer that. It knows
Okay.
already.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, I think that's really cool. And you know what? If you stop sharing your screen, I want to share kind of how I've
yeah.
done this, because I think that's
Okay.
that's kind of it's kind of a cool thing to show people, because I think there's lots of opportunities for this, because you can train you can train it quite well. And so, and I see that looks like Doris has a question too, which is um, let's answer the question first. That was my question, Bobby. Ganesh, is that the same when you use a GPT from the store? I cannot locate results.
Store. What is it?
Her question is that what you shared, is that the same thing when you use a GPT from the store?
No, no,
Uh,
no. This. You have to develop the project folder.
Okay.
You have to create it. You have to create the project folder and start training it. In my case, I created a project folder called LinkedIn Post. Then I added instructions. Whenever I'm asking you to create post, generate 5 versions. four based upon the LinkedIn influencers, fifth one is a hybrid version, and rank on the five different criteria and why I should pick the one.
Okay, and I'll show people now what I'm talking about. Can you see me sharing my screen here?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, so like, over on the left here, I have these different projects. So for example, Substack. So I launched recently on Substack, and the reason I did this is because I wanted to put together the best practices for what I'm doing on Substack. Now, what's great about this is that, I've up and in order, and so I've created strategies for ideas, content, dealing with notes and things like that. But the good news is the files that I uploaded. So basically, what I do with files is I basically uploaded all the best knowledge that I found. I had my own launch strategy, but then I uploaded some of the best documents out there of some of the best strategies. And so basically, what ChatGPT is doing, it's learning what I'm trying to do. It's learning all the best practices. And so when I ask it a question, it's now taking that knowledge base of all those things to answer my questions, which is fantastic. And so that's why I love projects. I did another one just on legal support. When any single time I have to do something as a small business, contracts, legal stuff, whatever, it's all in one folder. And every single project I put up there. I'm also creating one for my TEDx Mastery. So essentially, I haven't done this yet. I'm still working on it. It's called the TEDx Mastery. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add every single file that I've done, all my PowerPoints, all my replays, transcripts, all my presentations, all my content on TEDx. So it's all there, because then I'll have the ultimate information from TEDx, Mastery, and Bobby in one place. And that's going to be a really great tool for me to use to serve my clients. And that's why I love, using these things so much. I just think that, the project folder is a really amazing tool that everyone should be using. So for whatever reason you want, I'm thinking about doing another one for my kids, because we're going to start doing college applications, university applications, scholarship applications. So I was like, let's put all of his documents, his CV, his experience, everything all in one place. And then we start getting helping ChatGPT craft research on scholarships and best ways to answer certain types of questions. Like there's so much you could do with that. I think that's really great.
I think, Bobby, that's a great idea. What you explained will be perfect for a project folder. You can add those college-related applications or admission criteria. Instructions, you'll say, act like an expert college admissions expert.
Right.
Like a technology college.
And then make it look good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then obviously you'll get a better output.
Yeah. No, I love that. And again, guys, we're here. This is live stream is brought to you by the Thought Leadership Brand Club, or TLB Club. And TLB Club essentially is a membership community focused on small business owners, C-suite executives, and anyone trying to level up their game when it comes to thought leadership, personal branding, content strategy, sales, marketing, technology tools, whatever it is. And we have a weekly coaching call to help people be accountable, stay focused. We have a weekly tech call to talk about all the fun tech gadgets and things that we're doing. We have our weekly masterclass, which has some of the best thought leaders and experts that share knowledge. And that's free for everyone to attend for the first two of them. But then we say, listen, if you like them all, then you can come by and maybe join the membership club. And what I would recommend with the membership is, look, it's $49 a month. You get access to coaching, clients, people that are really amazing, and including Ganesh, who's a member of our community, and other people as well. It's a great group on our Heartbeat community. We all share and support each other too. Because look, small business ownership and even just thought leadership, it can be so lonely, it can be overwhelming, it can be daunting. Having a place to share knowledge, to ask questions, to be supported is just a really good thing. So what you can do is, definitely come to one of our Zoom masterclass. Next week, we're doing one on Substack. The week after that, we're doing one on Kick-Ass Videos by Joel Alge on TikTok and Instagram. Get trained from the best. And also we have a masterclass library. We haven't named it yet. The TLB Masterclass Library Vault, whatever you want to call it. It has 200 of our masterclass sessions all there. It's all categorized. You can see it. Actually, maybe I should probably show it at some point. But yeah, and it's all there for the members. So you can try it for 1 month, and if you don't like it, you can leave. No commitment, man. So click on that little QR code up there and take a look at what we have, and you can come by to one of our calls. All right.
Thank you. Bobby, I have a quick like a cheat sheet or a decision matrix. I know some of you asked, right, when do I use a custom versus, can I share that decision matrix?
So you have so is this your number three thing, or is this a
No,
random thing?
before I go to three, I want to quickly show. I
All
think
right,
there was a
sure,
question, right, about when do I use project versus custom GPT.
sure, okay,
So yeah, if you want to organize your work, manage all related conversation, like you talked about college related conversation, right?
yes, yes,
So the best place to go is use projects.
yeah,
Whereas use a custom GPT if you want to automate repetitive specialized workflow.
hmm,
And like it ask yourself, is it a one-off or a recurring workflow? If it is a recurring, use a custom GPT. If it is going to be a long-term, use project. Do I
right,
use a person? So there are, I can even share it in our heartbeat, but this is kind of a decision matrix. It bottom line, it comes down to this table. I think you please go and you can grab a screen print if you want screenshot. It clearly tells project is best for long-term evolving work. This why it's long-term. It evolves. The memories it gets better and better the more interactions we have this project folder.
hmm,
Whereas custom GPT is highly repetitive, and unless you want to have a certain behavior, you have to go and change the instructions. It's a very highly repetitive task. In terms of memory, I mentioned this will get only better and better with more interactions. Whereas this is limited to the instructions. The better the instructions, better the memory. It does not think beyond that.
right,
So file handling we talked about, you can actually not only it will learn from the project folders, knowledge folders, but also from the previous chat. Whereas custom GPT will not know what was the previous communication, what was the previous chat. So every time you run, it is for that moment. It does not know the chat history from the previous custom GPT interaction.
okay, all right. Let me stop your share for a second here,
Yeah.
and I'm going to. So one of the things that I'll talk about too, and again, if people have questions in the chat, by all means, put them in the chat and share that stuff. Um, uh, since sadly John's not able to make it today because of tech issues, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a bit about some of the tools that I use that are advanced. So ChatGPT is the one I invest in, and all my time and energy. So all my energy goes to that. I've certainly dabbled in the other ones, but I don't spend that much time because we're all busy. Who's got time? However, there are tools that I use that I think are really good. Number one, I use Opus Clip to take all my videos, including this live stream, for example. I'll take this live stream and I'll use Opus Clip, and it'll generate 30 to 60-second clips, which I can use across TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and everywhere else. You'll notice that if you go to my profile, you'll see all the videos that I've been posting, sharing like these snippets from whether Ganesh says something or my other speaker says something or I say something. I think it's a fantastic tool for doing that quickly. The second tool that I use that I love is called Postwise. Now, I was using Postwise mostly for both LinkedIn and Twitter, but now my primary use of it is not LinkedIn. It's actually Threads and Twitter, because Threads and Twitter they prefer short form content, and on top of that, they love to have storyfied content where you take a tweet and then it tells a story over 5 tweets or 10 tweets, and it can automatically using all my information, all my knowledge of who I am, which I input, it now learns who I am and how I speak. And so I use that as a really great tool. It automatically generates some amazing stories, and then it'll automatically schedule all those tweets for me, whether you want them all at once or 1 minute apart, 2 minute apart. And what it also does, which I love, it automates replies. So if one of those tweets takes off and starts to go viral, it'll have an automatic reply to that one to engage people on your content. So it might be something like, hey, if you want more information, check out my website. If you want to book a call to land TEDx talk, go here. Like, I can set those up, which is amazing. So I really do love the Postwise tool. And if you're someone who does tweet or use Threads, I think it's a really good one to use for sure. So those are two I use, and the other one I use is Cast Magic. Cast Magic I typically use to record all my content, and then it gives me a transcript, summarize it. I use it to turn into newsletters. Although Cast Magic is a tool that can be used to create lots of types of content, I'm usually focusing on it for newsletters. So those are just a few of the things that I've been using to help advance my business, my career, my brand, and putting it out there. So it's important for you, if you want to learn more about these things, come by to one of our calls. You get to meet Ganesh, meet the other people. Everyone here likes to share knowledge. We in our weekly tech clinic every Wednesday, we're talking about the latest tech systems, a lot of AI tools, a lot of software tools, a lot of cool things that everyone shares. So I think that's really great. So I just want to make sure I shared some of that. And
Yeah.
then I think the last thing I'll share is because since John can't make it today, I will share some of the things he brought up in his recent training. So number one, he said that, while Perplexity is good for research, it used to be their point of difference. The challenge, though, is that now other tools like Claude and ChatGPT have caught up and are almost as good at it, and therefore, but they have other benefits to it. So he was lauding the abilities of Claude in terms of researching articles and things like that, using. And what he did a comparison where he showed that it would look up more articles, which is kind of cool, versus the other ones. So that's something to think about. The other thing he told us is that when you use Grok on Twitter or on X, as people call it, I call it Twitter because it's still Twitter, man. But that's a whole other conversation. But Grok doesn't have limitations or restrictions on what it can generate. And so when you look at other generation tools for images are often difficult to generate. Grok is actually pretty good at generating something that you really want. So I encourage you to try that out. And then recently, Gemini launched a whole image-based tool that John, who's on here today, he was raving about. So I encourage you to go try that out. Check out the new Gemini tool.
Nano banana.
Nano Banana, that's right, Nano Banana.
Mm.
Go check that one out. That's another really great tool. Again, there are lots of other tools out there besides ChatGPT. I mean, I know ChatGPT is the big one, but there's other good players out there as well. That's why it's important for you to know what the good ones are and stay in touch with the trends so that you can leverage them at the best of your abilities. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, very good. Again, there are so many technologies. That's one fascinating, right? It changes all the time, and you have to at least pick one, be really good at it, right? And that's would be I can tell you. But the idea is at least explore. These are many tools out there. I want to show
Yes.
one the third tip of the day.
All right.
We talked about
And speaking of getting good at one, Ganesh has gotten really good at ChatGPT. So that's
thank
his
you.
that's his
Yeah,
jam.
it's
So
just
let's see.
I got curious, right? When ChatGPT was launched a couple of years back, I got curious. A lot
Yeah.
of trial and error. I did a couple of certifications. So I do see, a lot of productivity there. That's why I
Okay.
want to share to the community here. Let
Okay.
me share the third tip of the day.
All right.
Though
Go for it.
Bobby told three, so I'm going to focus on three. And
Hey, if there's more time and people have questions, we
yeah,
can talk about more things, but and
yeah.
that's totally fine.
So one thing is, many of you may not have seen it. Again, how did I go that? You go to ChatGPT, and the bottom you go to my, like your username, go to settings. Then there's something called connectors. So you can connect to your Gmail, your Google Calendar, Google Drive, Canva. Plus,
Hmm.
you can also connect your Dropbox, HubSpot, Outlook, Teams, GitHub, SharePoint. The why? Once you are able to connect, in my case, I have connected with my Google Drive. My Google Drive is a repository of last 20 years of data, right? Some my folders, my lessons learned, my key frameworks, methodologies.
Right.
So my Gmail has got both personal stuff, some general stuff. So all that I get access. The reason is, watch here now. When I go and create a query, I can use something called use connector. So here I can say I'm connecting to my Google Drive. I can also enable now. I can run my query here. Hey, give me the what is the most important documents I need to focus on. What is the most important any meetings for day? Any email I have not responded for more than a week. I can literally ask this. So this is like ChatGPT will be on steroid. You are able to access your Gmail and Google, and people ask, is it safe? And of course, any technology there is always you have to see the privacy thing. ChatGPT has been very careful about data restrictions and security, but I would say like the very fact Gmail is a cloud-based system. It's already in the cloud, right? So all we
Mm-hmm.
are doing is we are accessing, linking that, and it's all highly encrypted. Of course, there are bad elements out there, they can always find. But I will tell, by and large, I have not heard any outage or any system getting hacked. That way, it's OpenAI. They have been very careful, and they built in a lot of security around that. So I've been using it. I have not had any issues. And Bobby and the people on the call, I can also connect with Canva. I can say, what do you think about my banner? What do you think about my profile picture? Can you give suggestions to change the color? You can literally interact with here. That's my third tip of the day, Bobby. So use the connector, then go and really connect your sources here. And calendar, ask anything I'm missing, any important meetings for next week. So
Right.
you can literally interact with ChatGPT connecting your tool. Again, this is all my personal stuff, but I just want to show that there's an option out here like that.
So just so I'm clear on this, so I mean, so Canva, for example, I can connect my Canva account,
Yes.
and they can design Canva things for me, and it'll automatically design it in my Canva for me, or do I have to
It
still
will
do
it will give you the settings. It will not create actual design for you. It will read. It will tell you, Bobby, your profile picture maybe tone down the color by 40%, 20%. It's more gray. It will give you the feedback.
Okay, so give you, and then a Gmail perspective. I mean, I have Gmail. I haven't connected my ChatGPT, but the benefit of Gmail would be what? Just to craft
to,
Gmail
to organize.
responses,
You say,
or
yeah, many things. Hey, what do you see? Like anything. What you can say. Review my Gmail. What are the trends you are seeing? So am I getting more business related calls? Any business opportunities I'm not tapping on, and what
Mhm.
I'm missing, what I need to do different, what I need to do outreach. You can ask anything because it has got a data behind it. It will scan through it and it will give you the recommendations.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that integrations are also a really powerful thing to learn about when it comes to
Yeah,
technology.
yeah,
Saves and integrate. The reason why we integrate is because it saves time, it optimizes productivity, and it enhances the ability of you to do things using those tools. So, like for example,
right,
my ability to use Gmail or to use Canva will be optimized by how I'm using the ChatGPT tool to
right,
support it. So I think that's a really important thing to keep in mind.
right. And also, like I can say, because it's access to my knowledge folder, it is not hallucinating. It is not making up stuff because this one has my all my real data, right? I'll say,
Mm,
give me five content pillars, five content ideas based upon a common theme in my Google Drive, and it can generate multiple ideas because that will be very authentic. It's because it's my perspective, my experience perspective. It does not hallucinate.
mhm. Okay, got it. All right, this is awesome. I think we've covered a lot of really
Yeah,
good ground here, which has been fantastic. And again, the reason why we talk about AI and ChatGPT, because look, guys, it's here to stay. And so, one of my big takes on ChatGPT and AI tools, things like that, is like, look, if you're somebody that lacks in understanding technology, or is scared of technology, or is overwhelmed by technology, um, but there's a concept of what we call futurism, or being a futurist. And the truth is, like, I think it's important for us. If we, if I may age myself, but when I was younger, there was this kind of joke about grandma and grandpa can't program the VCR or the VHS, or how do I set the DVD and turn on the TV? They don't know how to do that because they were so lacking in the technology. Same now. Like, do you want to be somebody who's lacking in all that basic knowledge? Because when it comes to AI and technology, automation, all those tools that are out there, for me personally, my goal is I just want to be riding the bike. And I want to be riding the bike so I can see what's going on. I keep moving forward and seeing new trends. Other people are driving a car really fast, like Ganesh is. Other people are flying a plane, like these super duper experts out there. And there's other people who are walking and strolling, and they're still moving along. They're taking it in slower than I am, uh, and much slower than what Ganesh is, but they're doing it. So but the worst thing is to be just sitting there,
yeah,
because if you're just sitting there and you don't want to learn anything, you're not trying to get any information about it, you will be left miles and miles and miles behind. And so,
Yeah.
what I tell people is like, look, just get up, stand up, take a look, and start walking. Start walking, and because if you start walking, you'll be ahead of 80% of the people because most people aren't even walking. So I think it's important for people to understand that concept.
Are there any questions in the chat?
No, no question in the chat. Like I think that guys, if you have more questions for Ganesh and myself on
Yeah.
ChatGPT and different tools and other AI tools and how we're using it, honestly, the best thing I would say, check out TLB Club in the
Yes.
thing there and come to our weekly tech clinic, right? So we have a weekly tech clinic, we have a monthly LinkedIn clinic, we have a weekly coaching call, and we talk technology honestly almost every call. So it's not like we don't ever stop talking about it. You can come by, ask questions, and join the Zoom call, ask a question, try the membership for a month, or you can go for the whole year, but you can try it for a month, see if you like it. There's lots of great people here, and actually, while we're here, I might as well show you kind of how it all works.
Yeah.
Let me share. Let me share my screen here. I'm
And,
gonna share.
and
I'm gonna
and
share
Bobby,
green.
after that, if I get a minute, I will give a bonus tip. I know you told me to talk
I
the
know,
positive.
bonus tip, man. Good. Okay, so here is the this is our TLB club. So here we have, for example, these are all the master classes, and they're all listed. They're AI audit. Like, look at all these are all the 200 we've done. AI automation. Um, there's been business stuff. There's been on stuff on client acquisition, communication skills, community service culture, connection, content creation, DMs, elevator pitches, entrepreneurship. There's just so much here. We also have all our resources. So basically, if the resource on member-owned resources, um, ChatGPT tools, contracts, LinkedIn guides, productivity tools, sales and marketing tools, small business, speaker templates. And then, of course, we have all our events, right? So you can click on the event and join the weekly coaching call. You can join the LinkedIn Mastery call. You can join the tech clinic. And over here, people ask questions. So, for example, here's somebody asking a question and then ask for feedback so that we give feedback. Everyone's giving their intros. People are sharing their wins and gratitude here, which is kind of fun. We also have a tech. If you have tech questions, go here. If you have LinkedIn questions, go here. We even have health and wellness section, and of course, members can promote their stuff. So there's lots of great things here as part of that. It says here we are live. That's true. We are live. The TLB chat, the Power Move, ChatGPT Power Moves, and other AI tools you're sleeping on. We are live now, so it's all here. So that's kind of what the group is. You can be part of it and have a great conversation with us. So hope you guys will check that out. Click the code. There's no obligation. You can check it out and join us one of the calls. We have a little bit of time, so I'm going to give you a few more minutes, Ganesh, to share your bonus tip.
Okay. So let me share my screen. The bonus tip is many of you are on LinkedIn, right? And I will highly recommend download the from the data. I'll show you download your connections, and I'll show you how you can use ChatGPT to analyze. So let me.
To analyze your LinkedIn connections?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's a
So
lot.
I think this many of you will know, right? Under settings, if you go to data privacy, you can get a copy of your data here, and you will you can basically you can choose this option. Once you click, probably with a couple of hours,
Yeah, it
I'll,
takes time.
I'll get notified that the download is ready. Then go and download that file. It is a zip file. I want you to find a file called the connections CSV file. So once you able to locate that file, then I'll show you what you can use. Oh, let me. Okay. So here I'm going to ask ChatGPT, right? Hey, I'm loading this connections file. It can help me analyze. Once, so basically, recap. Go and grab this file from the data privacy settings. Get a copy. Once the file is ready, unzip it. Locate the file called connection CSV. Then go to ChatGPT, upload the file, and you can ask n number of questions. What connections I'm missing? If my target is to be a coach or a consultant or a business owner or a thought leader or a board member, so what am I missing? What I need to do more? can you customize my outreach message and just analyze my connections. So where what regions are represented more, what type of industries. Okay, Ganesh, you are in healthcare industry. We see that you have a lot of manufacturing connections, which is great. If you want to be in healthcare space, you focus on pharma, biotech, medical device. The ChatGPT will give me a lot of recommendations based upon geography, based upon seniority, based upon networking. If you are a job search, company insights, data, ton of value. Then once you are able to, then you can also help. You can write as a prompt and you can further analyze it. So this is a bonus tip. To recap, get a copy of your connections, use ChatGPT to help analyze the data and ask, what am I missing? State your goals, right? I want to be in business. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to expand into uh, more states. Maybe I'm currently in Atlanta. I want to operate my Tennessee, Florida. So what am I missing? What I need to do different? So you can make it interactive and you get ton of value there.
That's fantastic. Thanks so much for that. That was great. Yeah, and again, you know, what I'd want to know is like, which of my connections should I disconnect with, or which of my connections are inactive?
You know
I
what?
mean,
You know what? You can
that's
ask.
what I want to know.
You can ask. You can ask that. Definitely, you can ask that. Yeah.
That's a great idea. I've never thought about using it to analyze my connection. That's fantastic. All right. So thanks so much, Ganesh, for that. Thanks for everybody who's been part of the call. Thanks for people who have asked questions, being part of it. Again, this replay is available we're streaming everywhere. We're streaming on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. So you'll be able to find this anywhere. You can watch the replay. If you have any questions, just tag me and Ganesh. We can happily answer questions. Yeah. And if you have any questions about TLB Club, just click the QR code there, learn more about who we are, what we're doing, and feel free to come by one of our calls.
Absolutely, again, yeah. Feel free to connect with me if anyone wants to know more about ChatGPT. Feel free to connect. I'm part of TLB group and love the community. Definitely, big shout out to Bobby and everyone involved in this great community. And again, I'm very passionate about technology, AI, ChatGPT, and that's what I do in my work. And passionate about driving value to business. Feel free to connect with me and happy to have a chat.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for being here. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful week. And we will see